What's up, y'all? It's Right the Truth, Boxing, Phonics. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. Today I want to talk about Mr. Jamaine Ortiz. 16, 1-1, 8 knockouts. His last fight was October 29th, 2022, where he lost to Vasily Lomachenko. 12th round unanimous decision. Couldn't win either way. He's currently ranked 15th by the WBO and 7th by the WBC at lightweight. So I called him on fighthype.com. Big shout out to y'all. And he was being interviewed, man. And a very smart, humble young man. But what he basically was saying was they asked him, he was asked about Shakur Stevenson, and he gave him high praise. He said Shakur is an elite fighter right now. He said he's a great fighter. He complimented Shakur on how he's able to bully his opponents and how defensive he is as a fighter. And he went on and on. But he also said that he's the only guy who can beat Shakur Stevenson. And if he doesn't beat him now, then he'll be dominating for a long time. And he may have a point. Jamaine Ortiz is a good fighter. He also will go on to say that he only wants to fight dudes that's either former champions or champions. He only wants to go up. He doesn't want to go backwards. He wants his competition to get tougher. So you have to salute that. And he said he would take Shakur Stevenson on next. The sad thing about that is, Jamaine Ortiz, Shakur Stevenson is looking for a championship and a big time payday. He's hoping to take whoever wins the Haney Lomachenko fight. That's who Shakur Stevenson's hoping to take. Or either them other dudes that he was, ringing out, when he was calling dudes out. He didn't call you out though. And I do think it would be a good fight. Because as Ortiz said, styles make fights, and I believe that seeing these two young warriors go in there and slug it out, it would be epic. And look, man, I'm tired of y'all. Look, the fights that you're waiting for next year, they're not gonna happen. Crawford and Spence is not gonna happen. Look at my previous video about those two. You heard what Spencer's trainer was saying. They don't respect the dude's numbers. They don't respect him as a businessman. They're not going to get in the ring with him. It's not going to happen. So forget about it. All you so-called boxing fans, you don't want to see the up and comers. You keep and you fight net channels. You keep paying attention to the competition that's not going to be. They're not going to fight. So why we can't talk about these young hungry dudes that are really on the come up, man? And stop talking about the same dudes over and over, giving them exposure that they don't need. Jamaine Ortiz, Shakur Stevenson would be a great fight. Ortiz has already proven he can get in there with a big dog. He got in there with Lomachenko, and he took him the distance. So that's admirable. He also said that if Devin Haney was to move up and he relinquished his belts, he said he'd be right there to go get him. This guy's hungry. He wants everything. And I'm tired of us ignoring, like, oh, this boxer hasn't proven this boxer y'all will jump on whoever's bandwagon you want to. Because that's how y'all do. I was talking about Boots Ennis. Oh no, he can't take Crawford. He can't take Spencer. Spencer ain't gonna have a choice. Either give up the belt or you're gonna have to fight Boots. These dudes got to stop holding on to the belts and let these young up and comers have their opportunity, man. Like, what is this? Like, stop playing, man. Let the young bulls get up there and get their opportunity, man. Haney, I'm sure he will move up eventually. But I do want to see this fight with Ortiz and Stevenson. I think it makes sense. They're stablemates, of course, but I think they're both right there in their career where this could be something epic. Like, this could be a trilogy, man. And that's basically what I'm talking about. Something like a trilogy. Like, yo, we get great fight after great fight. Or who knows, after that fight, they might move on. The other might move on and go on their championship, you know what I'm saying, tear, which is probably going to happen. Shakur Stevenson is destined for greatness. He is already a great young fighter in his own right. But I think Jamaine Ortiz is too. I think Devin Haney is as well. And I think all these fighters are on a collision course. And it's only a matter of time. So let's get out there and let's try to see and talk about and see if we can put this out there in the social media universe so these fighters, promoters can bite and we can see some of these fights. Let's stop focusing on fights that we're not going to see no time in the future. Spencer's fighting in what did he say, March? You know, because he only fights one time a year now. You know what I'm saying? He's that kind of diva. You know, he's the Kawhi Leonard of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So he only gonna fight one time a year. So that Crawford mess and all of that, you can forget all of that. It's not gonna happen. But to Ortiz's credit, he fought 3 times this year. That's what I'm talking about. He's active and he's hungry. We need more of this in boxing to keep it popular, to make it more popular, to get it back to where it was. All right? Jamaine Ortiz. Don't forget I said that name, man. And Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to get back with y'all.